Welcome to Synagogues of England, Part 21. This is our 7th episode checking out the Jewish houses of worship in the London area. In our previous episode, we showed you 2 locations in Finchley. We said there were a few more. So now we're looking at the overhead shot of where the Finchley Progressive Synagogue is. This is the closest we can come to it. Rebecca Burke is the rabbi since 2011, and the emeritus rabbi is Frank Hellner. He took over the pulpit in 1966 and stayed serving the congregation for 33 years. There is also a Rabbi Danny Rich servicing the community. Services for Shabbat are held on Friday evenings and Saturday mornings, although the Saturday morning service varies from week to week. Here is the Finchley Reform Synagogue, also known as Eitz Chaim. Finchley is considered North London area. There are Friday evening and Saturday morning Shabbat services, and they vary depending on the week of the month. Miriam Berger became the principal rabbi of this congregation in 2008. For the 2 prior years, she was associate rabbi. She is assisted by long-standing rabbis with the congregation, Howard Cooper and Jeffrey Newman. This congregation was started in 1960 and it was originally called the Woodside Park and District Reform Synagogue. And then there's the Finchley Road Synagogue, also known as the Sassover Synagogue and the Sassover Finchley Road Synagogue. It was formed in 1941. It's Orthodox and belongs to the Federation of Synagogues. It is in what is called also the Golders Green area. There is another synagogue associated with Finchley Road, and it's called the Southend and Westcliff Hebrew Congregation. It too is of the Orthodox persuasion. The synagogue was built in 1968. Binyamin Bar is the rabbi. The shul also has its own mikveh. Here is one look from the inside at the stained glass windows and of the main sanctuary. Here is the Finsbury Park Synagogue. The congregation started out in 1884. In 1934, it joined the United Synagogue Group, being an Orthodox congregation. During World War II, the building suffered bomb damage. It moved to the location shown here in 1960. You're not seeing things. This housing development was added behind the synagogue building in 2006. Services are offered on Saturday mornings for Shabbat, and there is also a Sunday morning service. For whatever reason, the congregation does not list a rabbi, but a Rabbi Lebhar offers classes during the week. Here's the Golders Green Synagogue. Rabbi Belovsky has been the spiritual leader of this shul since 2003. He is also the principal of the Rimon Jewish Primary School, which is attached to the building behind the synagogue. Full services are offered on a daily basis. The congregation started around 1913 informally. It has been at the building shown here in 1922 and has about 500 member families. Here's the Golders Green Base Medrash. Golders Green is considered northwest London. Rabbi Y.M. Greenberg is considered the spiritual leader of this combination shul and adult yeshiva. Here's another look at the front area of the building. Finally, here is the Hackney and East London Synagogue. In its early years, it was called the South Hackney Synagogue. Then it was called the Hackney Synagogue, and more recently the Hackney and East London Synagogue due to mergers. Its most recent rabbi has been Alan Greenbat. It was in 1993 that the East London Synagogue merged into this shul. We believe it has been at this location for about the last 6 or 7 years. This segment is over, but there's still several more synagogues in London to check out. So bye for now and see you real soon.